My name's Laura Scott, I'm 26 years old and I suffer from pretty bad dry skin. I get it pretty badly on my hands, which is a pain because it's something that's on display all the time. When it's on a particularly bad day, I find it a pain to be on the tube and have to hold my hand up on the handrail. I'm conscious of other people looking at my hands and on my knuckles and stuff and seeing that my skin's a bit sort of dry and cracked, and it makes me feel quite self-conscious.
At this time of year, as the temperature falls, as the wind kind of increases as well, both those elements can have a stripping effect on your skin. Be aware of the kind of clothing that you've got on. If you're naturally kind of predisposed to dry skin anyway, and especially if you have conditions like eczema and possibly even psoriasis, materials like lambs wool certainly won't help because they tend to itch and cause your skin to sort of irritate it, so avoid those if you can. Another thing you can do is to keep yourself covered up, so hats, scarves, gloves, anything that keeps exposed skin away from those natural elements we talked about earlier will be ideal. It's worth avoiding cleansers that have high levels of alcohol in it because that can have a stripping effect on the skin as well. Likewise, products that have high levels of soap, if you find that strips your skin and dries it out, then there's soap-free alternatives available. So obviously if symptoms persist and whatever you're doing doesn't seem to be working, it's certainly worth seeing your GP, or if not, stopping off at your pharmacist first of all.
We estimate about 1 in 4 adults in the UK suffer from very or extremely dry skin. Actually, this is more than people who are actively dieting. The key thing about treating very dry skin is daily moisturising regime, which is really important for people who have just general very dry skin or suffer from eczema and dermatitis. Well, if you think about healthy skin as a wall which has got bricks and mortar in it, when the skin is dry, it's like the mortar has fallen out from the wall and the weather has got in and affected the bricks, so they become dry and cracked and misshapen. So the key thing to do with dry skin is to actually have a substitute for the mortar. So you use something like a moisturiser, or otherwise called an emollient, and that helps to reduce water loss, and it also helps to trap moisture in. Why this is important is it helps rebuild the natural skin's barrier and helps create a wall of protection. Boots Pharmaceuticals have developed the Derma Daily Moisturising Regime, which is full of practical tips and advice, as well as products to help you maintain your wall of protection. People who suffer from very dry skin and eczema and dermatitis also often suffer from itching. So it's really important to break that cycle.
I've tried the new Boots Pharmaceuticals Derma range. Specifically, I find the shower cream really helpful because it's something I can use in my daily routine that I would be using anyway. Whereas with moisturisers and so on, I find them a bit difficult to remember to use them. Whereas having that shower cream there all the time is much, much easier. Well, because the shower cream doesn't have any harsh ingredients, it's very soft, it's very gentle, and it doesn't irritate my skin. I would recommend to anybody who suffers from dry skin to seek advice from a doctor or pharmacist, but I think the most important thing is to try and manage it on a daily basis and not just tackle it on those days when it flares up, just to keep sort of building on it, and hopefully it will get better.